Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to just kind of recap how to figure out your musical intervals that we talked about in class last week. And the way you can do this is you can either have some staff paper. You can have either like a paper version of a keyboard or a MIDI controller or a keyboard, something along those lines. And then our musical intervals sheet that we looked at that I gave you guys last week as well. So with those three things handy, you can figure out pretty much any of our simple intervals. Now we're not getting into compound intervals like ninths and elevenths and things like that. I'm using a program called Sibelius just to kind of aid with this, so you don't have to see a video of me drawing on a on a chalkboard or a marker board. So let's say that first let's recap how to figure out our intervals. It's a two-step process. Remember, you have to figure out the quantity of the interval and then the quality of the interval. So if you have a perfect fifth, the fifth would be the quantity, perfect would be the quality. So I'm just going to type up here, the first step is figure out the quantity. Step 2 is the quality. I'll just pull that down here. And remember, when you figure out the quantity, you basically go by the staff and you count from 1. So for instance, if I wanted to figure out what a fifth above C here was, I'd start on C and I'd count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the note I'd get above that would be a G. So you count each line and you count each space in between the lines. With the quality, you go to the keyboard and you always start from 0. So for instance, on our intervals chart here, a perfect fifth is 7 semitones, 7 half steps. So what I would do is, starting on our keyboard here, starting on C, I would start on 0 and count up 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And sure enough, I get the note G, so I don't have to do anything to this. If I landed on G sharp or G flat, then I'd have to alter this note to change its quality. So that's the whole two-step process that you have to use to figure these out. Yeah, so let's do another one. Let's say that I give you an F, and then I say give me let's say a minor third above that F. So what you do is, let's figure out the quantity first. We just count from F, 1, 2, 3, F, G, A. So I'll add a third above that. That might be the right answer. It might not be the right answer. It's going to be an A. It might be A sharp. It might be A flat. We don't know yet. So that's where the quality comes into play. If we go take a look at our musical intervals chart, a minor third is 3 semitones or 3 half steps. So let me just pull that back over here. And let's start on F here. And let's count up 3 semitones. But again, with quality, you start on 0. So we go 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. It started writing notes there for me. I don't want that. So again, yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3. And the note we actually get here is not A, but rather A flat. Whoops, there we go. A flat. So I know that I need to put a flat on that A in order for that to be a minor third. Likewise, if I asked for a major third, capital M, 3, we would do the same thing. I'd say, okay, let's count up on the staff, 1, 2, 3. Sure enough, I'd get an A. By the way, this program is just putting in a natural sign just to remind me that this note is natural as opposed to the previous note that was flat. You don't actually need the natural sign there. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and just delete that. There we go. And then so what we do is we go to our musical intervals chart and we'd say, okay, well, major thirds have 4 semitones in them. So let's count up from F, 4 semitones. So again, with quality, you start on 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And sure enough, we get A. So you just leave the answer alone. just leave the A alone. Let's try another one. Let's try, let's say I give you this note way down here, and I'm going to put a flat on it. There we go. A flat, low A flat. And let's say that I ask for a minor sixth above A flat. So what we do first is we just find the quantity. We start on 1, and we count up the lines and spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the note that we're going to get above that is an F. It could be F. It could be F flat. It could be F sharp. We don't know yet. So let's find the quality. So here's where we take out our handout again. Minor sixths are 8 semitones. So going back to Sibelius here, I'm going to start on A flat and count up 8 semitones. So again, with the quality, we start on 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the note that we land on is actually E. Now remember that E has another name for it if we use an enharmonic. And that name is F sharp. Basically, or F flat rather. When you go down from F to E, you basically have F flat. So we can't put E here because we've already figured out with the quantity that the top note's supposed to be an F, not an E. So I'm actually going to change this top note to be F flat because, again, when we count up 8 from A flat, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we land on E, and so we have to figure out a new name for F that is actually E. Now, if we were to do a major sixth, it would be 1 higher. It'd be 9 semitones. We would have landed right on F, and we could have just left that alone. All right, let's do one more. For this example, I'm going to do a diminished fifth and an augmented fourth above E. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but from class, we talked about the diminished fifth and augmented fourth being special in that they essentially are the same sounding interval, and they're a special interval called a tritone. They both are going to sound exactly the same, just written in 2 different ways. So let's figure these out. So a fifth above E, again, starting with the quantity, is going to be E, F, G, A, B. So that's a fifth above E. And then a fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4, is going to be an A above E. These 2 top notes are going to have to be altered to fit the semitone, the half step count. So let's go to our intervals chart here. And for both of these, the number of semitones between the top and bottom note is 6. So let's count up 6 for both of these. So starting on E, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We get B flat. So this B up here just needs to be B flat. Unfortunately, for our augmented fourth, it does not have a B on top. It has an A on top. So you have to think, okay, what's another name for B flat that is actually an A? So instead of going down from B to get B flat, we can actually go up from A to get A sharp. So we'll just add a sharp to it. Both of these intervals will sound exactly the same. They're just written 2 different ways. So I hope this video has helped to review intervals for you. We'll be talking about this over the next, we'll be reviewing this intervals, you know, pretty much for the rest of the term. So hopefully this video can help you to get through your homework and maybe study for your quiz.